everyone, welcome to part 25 of our reactjs tutorial with Laravel for beginners. And we will continue working on showing the categories listing on our React app. Okay, so we have created the menu API in the last video. Here you can see we have the JSON data for complete sections and their categories listing. Okay, so the same we are going to show somewhere on our React app. Okay, so I will show you in the mobile view that how it looks, and see here. Okay, so our app looks like this one. So this is the real app that we are going to that we are working on. Later on we are going to deploy, and when you are going to open in any of the device like mobile, tablet, then it will look like this. Okay, so now one more thing we are going to do here, like for listing we are going to give here the shop link. Okay, home, about us, contact us, register, login, and shop, from where the user can able to click on the shop. Then that list will come up like the sections, as well as their categories. Okay, so we are going to we are going to create one more component, shop component, in which we are going to call this API, in which we are going to call this menu API to show the sections as well as their categories listing. Okay, so let's straight away open that VS Code. Okay, so I'm going to open this one, VS Code, and in this I'm going to open my project. This is the React app. Okay, so I'm going to open this one here, and I think I can open from here also. I'm going to close this one, and once again I can move it here. Now it is opening. Okay, so now we can close all other components that we are not required right now. We can close all. Okay, so now I'm going to create the new component, and the component I'm going to make it like the shop.js. Okay, and I can quickly click it like the RAFC rect arrow function component. Okay, we can, this is the shortcut of creating the functional component. Okay, arrow component, functional arrow component. And now we can start building our we need to call the API, and for that we need to add this one, Axios we need to add. But before that I'm going to check this one, this shop component we are going to add under App.js as well. Here also we need to add this one. Whatever component you are going to add, you need to add it here as well. Okay, so after logout I'm going to add this one, and its name is shop, and here I'm going to mention this one, shop. Okay, so I'm going to add it here as well, down route. Okay, shop. Okay, and we are going to make it like shop, and also we are going to add its link in navbar, because here we are going to show the shop link after about us. See, after contact us we can show here the shop. Still the contact us is pending, that we are going to work on later on, shop. Okay, so here also we can show the shop. Now I'm going to try to open the shop here. Shop link is here, so if you will try to open, see, it is opening. Let me open in different view. Shop is not opening because I think that export default is missing. Export default shop. Now we will see here. Now it is opening. Now you can see the like contact us, shop. Okay, so it is working now. The shop is working. So now what we are going to do, first of all we need to import Axios. Okay, so that is required, so that we can call the API and we can fetch the data. Okay, like this. So and also we are going to use the use effect, this one, and also use state, this one. Okay, and Okay, so now this one, and inside this we can create the constant variable, new variable for the menu. We will name it like the menu. Okay, and set menu. Okay, and here we will use the use state to just simply declare this variable, and this is the syntax like this. Okay, so now we are ready to fetch the API. Okay, so const, one more const we are going to take, and fetch data. We are going to fetch data from the API, and this is the syntax that we are required to use, uh, like this. And inside this, return axios.get. Axios.get, this is the get API, and where it is, here it is. I'm going to copy this API. Okay, and we'll paste it here. Okay, so that we can able to fetch the data from this API. Okay, so whatever data will that come, we are going to check its response. Okay, so we are going to get the response from this API response. Okay, this, and here set menu that we have defined earlier, response dot data, and we are going to fetch the categories that is coming there. If you will check in API, you can see that we have just uh, see just and the categories here. Okay, here you can see the we have added everything in the categories. Okay, you can check it here as well, or you can check in the postman as well. Okay, we can still check in postman. Here you can see that we have added everything in inside the categories. Okay, so now let's come back to our code here. Okay, so after fetching this one, we need to call the fetch data function. This one we have already defined, and now we need to call, and we will call inside the use effect that helps us to call any function like we used to call inside the controller. Okay, so this is the same thing, and so we are going to use it like this. And here we are going to call like this, and fetch data, call it like this. Okay, and here this is the syntax that we are required to use. And see, after that, in return, now we need to, like we used to use for each loop in the Laravel, here also we will add the loop to show the section as well as their categories. So inside div we are going to add menu map. Okay, so like this one, and here we are going to add menu dot map, and here we will take it like a menu object we will create, and this one. Okay, so here we are going to use the return return div, once again div, and inside div we will add one h1 tag, and object dot name. Okay, right now we will just give it like this, and we will see here, let's see here the sections are coming here. Okay, you can see these sections are coming here: clothing, electronic, and appliances. Okay, so these are the sections that we are getting, and you can check here in our website as well: clothing, electronics, and appliances. Clothing and electronics and appliances. Okay, so inside this section we are going to show the categories and their subcategories as well. Okay, but the sections are coming here from the API, and we able to fetch those from the API. You see, if you go anywhere, if you come to shop, you can able to see the sections are coming here. Okay, so later on you can also make it means some you can add some CSS so that this section will look good. Okay, but right now we will just concentrate on our code. And now one more, see, inside this I'm going to add the categories. So we are going to see here, or we are going to check in our postman that how it is all working. And inside this now we are displaying this one, this clothing, and inside this again the categories will come. Okay, so for that we need to write the further one more, for each loop, like this loop, map loop, we are going to add one more. Okay, so after h1, what we are going to do one more time. Now this time it will come under menu object, and one more time the categories will come up here, categories dot map. And this time I'm going to take like the cat object. Okay, cat object like this. And here once again we are going to add it. uh, mm, okay, so here we will add a return. We will add now the link, because here we want to link it uh, to the category. Okay, link to, here we are going to add the link here. Okay, we will add the link later on though. Okay, we are going to do it like this, and inside this we are going to have that category name, and that will come inside like cat object dot category name. Okay, category underscore name. Okay, and here I think something is missing here. What more we need to start, and here we need to close this one. Okay, and here return to, inside this we will have the category URL, cat object dot URL, like this. Okay, so we are going to check once. Okay, it is showing some error, link is not defined. It is saying the link is not defined, so we need to make sure that we have added the link here. So one more, we are going to import here browser route also. We are going to import that, we are going to use here, but before that we are going to use here link from rect router DOM, router DOM. Okay, so we're going to okay, and now it seems to be fine. Now we go back. Now you can see it's coming fine here, but it's see, all are just close. See, we are required to add the break here somewhere. And here what we are going to do, I am going to add here return. Here I will give some like s2 or maybe h3. Here I can put this one inside s2. Now see, now it is better. You can see the clothing are not clickable, but the categories are clickable. Okay, so one can able to click these categories. Okay, okay, so these are too big. Okay, first of all I am going to make it small, like h1 is not required here, s2, and we are going to make here h4. So we are going to see here. Now it is fine. Even now it is too big. Okay, we can make it h3 here, and here we can use h5, or even h4 is fine. Okay, now it looks a bit fine, and here also we can use here h4. Now it is fine. Okay, so it must be smaller than this one. Okay, so now it looks better. Clothing, man, woman, and also some kind of spacing we require, and we can simply add here clothing and BSP. I think it will work. Yeah, it is working fine. Okay, we can do it like this. We will give the spacing like this, and BSP here also. Okay, no, not working here. What I can do here, I can put this h5 outside this one, then we can try. First of all, I'm going to see. Fine. Now we can put here NBSP. Now I think it is working. Oh, it looks better than before. In responsive, we're going to check here. Okay, so now see, like if the user is in home page, if it is going to the shop, then he can see these links are coming. Okay, so I know that they are not that much looking good, but our main concern is about the functionality, not these links that you can improve yourself by searching on the net, or we will also do later on in this series. We will modify them, and so that they will look better. Okay, but right now we are just putting there. Okay, so in the next video we are going to work on men, like we're going to work on the men. We're going to show the products like we are showing there. Like if we are clicking here men, the products are coming here. Those, so the same thing, we are going to make the men static component first of all. Later on we are going to make it dynamic as well, but right now we are going to make the man static component in which we're going to show the products. Okay, so stay tuned for the next video. But first of all, we're going to make its API. Okay, API necessary for creating the listing page API, and after that we are going to show the products on the React app. So stay tuned for the next video. That's all for now. Have a nice time. Goodbye.